Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source for what's happening now in the world of electric cars. Today we're going to talk about the brand new BMW i8, the Roadster and the Coupe. They're not so much new in terms of looks, but they are new in terms of some of the new features and design. Can we think of them as hybrid cars, electric cars? And there are also a few other cars have been unveiled because we are in the middle of a LA Auto Show, so that's exciting. We're going to talk about it, and of course the comment of the day is coming about the video that I just did yesterday. So let's get going. But before that, if this is your first time here, and if you're interested in just keeping up with everything that's going on in the universe of electric cars, you came to the right place. Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button down there and the bell notification icon right next to it so you can become a part of our community and won't miss anything moving forward. All right, let's talk about the BMW i8, and I gotta tell you, I love the design. I love the design of this car. Now, very ironically, it's the same guy, I think, Richard Kim, who designed the i3, which I absolutely hate. It's one of the worst design cars for my taste that I've ever seen. But the same guy who designed both of these, right? Well, actually, you know, I looked him up, and he is also the head designer right now. He left BMW. He's the head designer of Faraday Future until earlier today. He resigned as the head of the design at Faraday Future. That company is kind of falling apart. You know, it was kind of looked like they might have been getting some financing last week, but I guess maybe they're not. And so, yeah, it's the same guy. I love the design. As you know, the previous version, well, I should say current version of the i8 is, you know, driving about 15 miles on one charge, which is really disappointing. But I guess the car is not exactly designed as an electric car. So when they were coming up with a new version, I was really excited to see if they're really going to take advantage of all of the new technology, maybe kind of make a statement about, you know, their ability to make electric cars, you know, maybe compete with the Tesla Roadster. Well, the good news is they've more than doubled their original range. The bad news, it's about 33 miles at this point. Now, it's something, you know, because, and I mean, I like the fact that BMW is trying. I don't know how hard they're trying, but definitely trying. I like the fact that people look at the BMW i8 and they think of it as an electric car. As a matter of fact, you know, people always wonder, like, is it fully electric? So that's good that people think of cool cars now as possibly electric. But it's a bit disappointing, obviously, that they really haven't, you know, they really haven't done anything to make to move this forward. Now, there are two versions. One is a Coupe, another one's a Roadster. The Coupe is actually going a little bit faster, 0 to 60. I believe it's 4.4, where the Roadster is going 4.6, which is, you know, not impressive necessarily, but definitely fast. So that's pretty much it as far as the BMW is concerned. Well, actually, there's another BMW news, and let's talk about Mini really quick. They're talking about, BMW is talking about making the Mini, all of them to be electric in a couple of years, and sort of push the entire brand of BMW forward with this. So it's almost like a trial brand. They're almost thinking about Mini right now to kind of adopt the electric technology. Now, that's exciting, and it's probably a good car to start with because it's small. You obviously can get more miles out of it. They already have an i3 maybe platform to build it on. But on the other hand, it's once again disappointing that BMW is trying to kind of delay electrifying their fleet. So I'm you know, again, kudos to them. I just don't think their efforts are good enough, and I think market will speak very shortly, and they will start losing sales at some point, and will really have to catch up or acquire another company, like maybe Faraday Future, where their buddy head designer just left. I thought it was a very interesting kind of twist of fate. Next one that was unveiled this week in the LA Auto Show, it's a Volkswagen ID series. Now, they already announced the ID series, but this particular one is called Volkswagen ID Cross Z with an attitude, I guess. And so they're saying that they're going to start delivering this in 2020 in the United States. And the battery is pretty big, 85 kilowatt hour battery. They're not really saying, I mean, they're saying, but I think those estimates are a little bit weird, so I don't even want to say what the range is, but I'm assuming it's going to be over 200 miles, and it's going to have a fast charging capability, so you can charge 80% of that battery in just half an hour. I like the way this car looks, actually. Even about the front, unfortunately, I don't have the picture of it. The inside, it looks pretty cool. I was going to show you guys a video, but unfortunately, that format somehow is not working right now. But it is something exciting. I think Volkswagen is turning things around. You know, they already have e-Golf that's relatively popular, especially in Europe. So this was an exciting thing. And another thing that I saw, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't have even kind of noticed it if this wasn't a story on electric, that Wrangler possibly is going to also become a plug-in car. Now, I'm assuming it's a plug-in hybrid, not fully electric car, but this is kind of interesting because if anything, Jeep represents a, you know, manly man, gasoline car, gas guzzler and all that stuff. So the fact that even they're thinking about electrifying their car, and they're pretty much the flagship, you know, the whole brand kind of a car. Jeep Wrangler is also saying something about where we're all going. And while we're at this, by the way, if as you know, in Frankfurt show, I believe Mercedes-Benz has released the concept of their EQ series, and I keep forgetting to mention the guy Dan, who I met at the semi-truck unveiling. He has a huge channel called What's Inside, and he just got a ride and he got to test drive this concept car and this is I think one of the versions of that line, and it's pretty cool. If you know, go ahead and watch his videos. His a channel called What's Inside Family, and this is one of the latest videos. That's a pretty rare opportunity he had. I have to say I'm a little bit jealous, but a lot of LED lights in and out. I have to say I'm hoping they're actually going to tone it down once it's actually getting into the production. Lots of screens. There are screens built in on the back seats, the front seats for the back passenger. So it's actually a pretty cool video. So go ahead and watch it. I'll try to post a link to it down in the description once this video is available for the replay. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is what Mercedes is going to do with their with electrifying their fleet. Jack in the chat says, why all the electric car has too many cars to have too many LEDs? So it's a good question. I think blue LEDs kind of symbolize the electric revolution and you know, sort of good for the environment kind of a thing. So I think that's what it is, but I hope they just tone it down. It's not necessary. It's distracting. It's probably taking some energy out of the battery as well. So yeah, it's I think that's pretty exciting. So I thought it was pretty cool to mention. By the way, of course, I should mention this channel, and of course, this video is sponsored by Avanex, your destination for aftermarket accessories for Tesla. So thank you for them for sponsoring the channel. And let's move on to the comment of the day. Now, the comment of the day actually is about the video that I did yesterday about pros and cons of leasing the car, and how, you know, if you kind of fall in the category of people like myself, that how really good the lease could be for you, and how much money you can really save. So this comes from one of the regulars here in the chat and in the comment section, Agent RR. He says, I always lease for all the reasons you spoke about. Another reason is that if you get into an accident and repair it, you then have to keep the car and return it at the end of the lease, not taking the hit for lesser value when you try to sell it. The bank will take that loss. So actually, that he's completely right. I don't know why I forgot to mention that, because I forgot I've mentioned in my video how you can kind of screw the bank and kind of situations where when you kind of come up as a winner at the end of the lease. But he's right. This is another perk, is because, you know, when your car maybe is worth less because it was in a major accident but not total, it's the bank who will take the loss and not you. Where if you own that car and had to resell it, the resale value would be, of course, less, because, you know, people have Carfax and they can figure it out or bring it to a mechanic, and the damage to the car will be obvious, and usually you get a lower price for that. So yeah, I mean, this is a lot of this news are once again very exciting. I know there will be probably more coming out of the LA Auto Show. You know, every time there's a big show, there's more and more cars being unveiled, more and more technologies are being unveiled. So I am really excited. I mean, I know today we're really kind of the bigger news so far is the BMW i8. I mean, it's just a good looking car and high-end car. Again, a little bit disappointed for my taste, but I definitely welcome all of the new technology. And again, I really hope BMW and Mercedes and other brands will start catching up. So it's let's see, I'm just looking in the chat. A lot of people are watching from different spots. Somebody is watching from Amazon/Seattle. I like how you gave your location physics as Amazon as being a location. But yes, I think most of us associated with a Sierra. All right, guys, a lot of news. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's the time I'm trying to keep. And of course, we'll have a longer hangout on Sunday. So that's pretty much it for me. I will see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.